We about to take it from this to this. YouTube, we back with another one, and today I want to show y'all how to give a simple and repeatable haircut to each and every client. So today we're going to break down a 4-step system. We're going to do a mid taper today on my guy, and it's going to be a real clean outlook. So the first thing you want to always do is start out with establishing the foundation. You want to comb through the hair and pick through the beard. Take note of the growth patterns of the hair and any inconsistencies. And today, actually right here on this taper, we're going to work into that inconsistency. He has a thinner spot at the bottom of the taper, and we're going to use that to our advantage. And while combing and picking out the hair, you want to take note of the texture of the hair, because this does matter about the guard size you use when taking it down to the desired length. Today we're going to just use a 1 guard close, and we're going to taper with a 2 guard system, the 0.5 and the 1.5 guard. So when you're cutting down the hair, you always want to follow the growth pattern. You don't want to nick any client. Going against the grain and the incorrect area will leave the hair actually looking patchy in certain spots. So to avoid this, make sure you're just combing through the hair and taking your time. Don't rush it. And the crown is where most people will have a decent calyx, sometimes 2, so just be careful in that area. After we take it down to desired length, we're just going to spray it down with some spritz. Make sure everything is locked and loaded when it's time to line them up. And all we're doing is just setting ourselves up for success. We don't have to go back and spray any more products after the prep work. We can just execute our taper and our lineup and some detail work, and we'll be good. So that's the spritz, and we're just finishing up our prep. Now we're moving on to the taper. So I'm showing you that's a light spot underneath in that dark area. So we're gonna use that to our advantage when we're blending out this area. We're gonna actually open up the lever all the way and put our initial guideline right where that light spot begins. And so we don't have any trouble trying to fade it out or nothing. We just use that to our advantage. And immediately we're going to close up the clipper, and we're going to fade out the bottom part of that panel. We're going to flick halfway, and then we're going to open it halfway up, and then that area should be blended out. And this is an easy way. You don't have to worry about getting out a harsh bald line. And we're using the corners of our blade. We mainly only want to lay the blade down flat when we're placing our guidelines. And now we're jumping to our 1.5 guard. And since we laid the hair down with a 1 guard, we don't really have to spend too much time with this guard. It's mainly just making sure this area is cleaned out. So we're going to jump straight down to the 0.5 guard. We're going to open it halfway, utilizing it like a 1. And we're just going to gradually bring those 2 areas together. Each time we go down and close our blade, we're gonna go lower in that taper area. So opened it up just to get a little bit of dark spots that I seen up there. And the reason we use 2 guards is just to create efficiencies. Fade is just a transition from dark to light, so you don't want to overthink it. Simple is the best way to go. And we couldn't get that line fully out, so we're gonna go with our lever. And also we're gonna use the comb technique just to smooth everything back down. And all we're doing with the lever open is just slicing through any dark spots that we see. I have my clipper tilted and I'm just using the corner. And then we're pretty much gonna do the exact same thing on this side. And I want you guys to walk away from this video thinking, how can you add more value to the marketplace? How can you stand out in this industry more than just the haircut? Because not only revenue, it can just open up more opportunities the more value add. There's clipper deals, there's YouTube, there's sponsorships, all type of stuff more than just the revenue, and life-changing things that can happen in your career. So what value do you add more than just the haircut? For me, early on, I always knew I wanted to be the barber people can depend on. And this is just one simple value add, being reliable with your time schedule. But there's many different things. A lot of people are in a rush nowadays. So if you can be that barber that can get them out in 30 minutes in a timeful manner, and they can depend on you for that 30 minutes, then that's a value add. If you're a barber who specializes in bald heads and bald shaves, you can really market to those clients who have difficulty with barbers maybe not taking care of their bald head right, or enhancement specialists. It's people, don't listen to the media, it's people who love enhancements. It's people who actually prefer enhancements for their haircut. So if you specialize in that part of your service, you can be a value added barber to that client. So think of different ways you can boost your business by standing out and adding value to your services. Notice how the blend is coming together very simply. We're not jumping from a whole bunch of guards. We're not going from the 0.5 to the 1 to the 2 to the, we're keeping it short and sweet. And yes, don't be afraid to go with the grain with that 0.5. You can operate it to all the way to a 1 or a 1.5, honestly. So, and it's the same thing on the back. So today I kind of left that part out. We're going to jump straight to the lineup. I always like to keep the lineup as full as possible and follow its natural lines. Here, since the hair was already prepped for everything, it's hitting good. We're working our way around the corners of the ear with the corner of the blade, letting the blade do most of the work. Don't try to force your way. That's why it's good to have your trimmer set properly. You don't necessarily have to zero gap them if you're heavy-handed, but if you're light-handed, go ahead and zero gap them. Just get it to the right setting to where it's hitting to the point you don't have to keep going over the lineup, over the lineup, over the lineup. It's gonna save you a lot of time. After we cut, we just want to comb and get those overhanging hairs so that the lineup lasts for the client. And those tapers really start to pop once you place that lineup on there. You can see all your imperfections in the taper better. That's why it's good to not get too caught up on getting the tapers or the fade perfect before you do the lineup. So here, when we do our front lineup, we just want to find the balance. And you see, if you look straight on, that vertical bar tells you exactly where you should place it. And I like to place my vertical bars first just so we can provide some symmetry and provide points of references. So that middle line will be easy. We just gonna walk it to each corner. So I'm tapping in the vertical bar and I use the edge of the eyebrow or the eyelid as reference to the other side. And what this will do, we will have our vertical bars lined up and you will see, as soon as I place that the middle line up, I'm just gonna walk it to the corner. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Taking our time.
Baby, give me some cash.
And you'll see exactly what we need to do, how we just need to tap to each corner. And I think this will really help a beginner barber because sometimes when starting in the middle, you will be trying to fight so hard going back and forth, checking the mirror just to create that balance because you really kind of have no reference point. But when you place those vertical bars in there, you can just see it. And after this, we're gonna throw on the razor and sharpen everything up. And then I put some hair shine on there, some hair butter, just to give it a little shine. I thought that would be good for this client. And we're gonna pretty much be good. So here we're just cleaning up any dark spots, just bringing the cut all the way together. And that was super simple, guys. On this channel, I like to just promote a simple hair cutting system. Granted, you can get into the technicalities of any industry, but we don't have to make it rocket science. We just want to produce predictable results and be reliable for our clients. So if that's something you're looking for, if that's the type of tutorials you like to see, hit the subscribe button and I'll catch y'all on the next one.